Welcome back to the Lair. I'm Raven, and this is Diablo 2. And I just realised I did not get the Dry Hills waypoint. Whoopsie. That means we're just going to have to go for a little bit of a jog. But that's fine. That gives me time to tell you all of the crazy, amazing things that I've been doing. I've been gone for a little bit. You're wondering, where have you been? How hard could it possibly be to record gameplay videos when you're on a Christmas holiday? Well, that's just the thing. I was on a Christmas holiday, and I was taking it super serial this time. Normally, you know, I'd treat a holiday, finger quotes, like any other day, because that's all it is, it's just any other day. But on this occasion, I'm actually transitioning from working full-time into doing my own things, which you'll find popping up on Lair of the Raven at some point in the near future, he says. So I was taking this as the first holiday I've taken in a year and a quarter. And hey, it's been pretty good. Got a chance to play some games that I haven't played. Yeah, I got to play some Planet Coaster. I've replayed some Dead Space. Anyway, that's back in the Dry Hills. And most importantly, I just used the time to chill out, max, relax, all cool, you know, shoot some b-ball. Well, that was quick. Alright, well then. That's all the time for a catch-up that we have then. Ow. I guess I should probably start killing stuff. In all practicality, what this means is that I'll be more readily available to put out consistent content. Because I do my best to hit uploads every weekday. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. But for the most part, as I will now be... I don't know why I walked down there. I'm not quite sure what I was expecting to find. As I'll be working for myself from the comfort of my own home, I'll be able to pursue more of these endeavours. Which, if people have interest in streams or what have you, I have all the technology and equipment required to do a stream. Certainly by no means am I against starting that up. It's quite a large chunk of time investment. I quite like doing the YouTube stuff so that I can upload it and then forget about it, so I can focus on my upcoming projects. What are my upcoming projects, you might ask? Well, since you are my loyal, he says, Lair of the Raven viewers, she'll probably start using my spells. That'd be a good idea. Yeah. Since you are my loyal Lair of the Raven viewers, I'll give you a sneak peek, but you have to promise not to steal my original character. I'm going to be starting a Kickstarter to create some scale mail banners. What are scale mail banners? They are banners made out of scale mail. What is scale mail? It is mail made out of scales. I'm going to create a bit of web technology that will allow you to put in an image, preferably a simpler one rather than a stupidly complex one, and then turn that into a scale mail banner, which I'll then make for you. For a modest fee, of course. It's takes a fair bit of time to make scale mail. Especially if you're going to start doing complex patterns. But I figure I'm looking to aim... Bleh, I'm aiming to launch that around March time. Because I need to make the platform. I'm doing I'm coming from the ground up with this. I've redone the Lair of the Raven logo. It now doesn't look like a hot dog at low resolutions. Changing the fonts around, redesigning the website. And once I'm done with the banners, which, you know, hopefully the banners will take me until next year to fulfill, should the Kickstarter be successful. From there, I'll be looking to use whatever profit I make from that endeavour to create my own game. Which again, I already have the technology and what have you. All I lack is being able to actually spend time to do it without worrying about having to pay rent. Which is pretty much the only concern that most of us have when we come to pursuing our creative endeavours. We just can't afford to live and pursue our creative endeavours to a point where we can actually make money off them. The trouble with working full-time is that you just don't have the time needed to get these things going quickly. I'm having trouble hitting stuff, so I'm going to go dexterity. I do need to do some more strength at some point. But of course that is the beauty of Kickstarter. Patreon wouldn't really quite work for big physical things like I'm playing with the scale mill. But hey, that's enough about me. Let's talk about Diablo. Diablo 2 is a very good game. A very good game. And in fact, I came to the realization that I was struggling to find stuff to talk about because Diablo is such a good game. Because I've played the game so many times, there are so many things that I take for granted that just occur in my mind that I'm not vocalizing.
I can't carry anymore.
Like, these bug things. If this was blind, I'd be like, oh shit, bug things. Because I've seen these bug things 1,000 times before. It's not new. It's not crazy. So what I figure is, I had planned to replay a lot of older games that I have played before, but I'm going to have to do more blind LPs, because there's no way I can carry on. Ooh, Maggot Lair, that was quick. We're on the quest to find the Horadric staff, in case that was unclear. There's no way I can carry on making content like this when I've already experienced it so many times before. That this would be fine in a live stream environment where there's chat or what have you. But for me to record for permanence... Oh shit. I don't know, man. This doesn't feel like it's working as well as the Diablo LP. So at least with the Diablo LP it really had been a very long time. Wow, how many of these locusts are there? Whereas with Diablo 2, not only have I played Diablo 2 way more than Diablo 1, I'm talking factors. Factors more than Diablo 1. But I also have had far less experience with the game. I think I'd only actually beaten Diablo 1 once. Not to mention, you know, as experienced as I am, you know, it's not exactly challenging. I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going. For the most part. And yeah, I was going to explore every last facet of every place. And I'll probably still do that. But it is actually getting harder. It is, honestly. So I figure what I'm going to do is I'm going to record Diablo 2. I'm going to go back to what I was doing, I think, was it Armiprog time period? Where I was recording 2 games in parallel and then alternating the uploads. So I can have something blind going, and then some Diablo going in the background. I do have a large backlog of games that I need to play. And many of those are older ones, which I have explicitly chosen for the purpose of the fact that they are old games. Because not only does it mean that chances are you can get away with any sort of crazy copyright things, because let's face it, a lot of newer games have got music and stuff in them. Soma, I think, was an exception. But of course, Soma was also requested, which I'm more than happy to entertain. If people have game requests, I'll happily entertain those. Since I started taking this seriously just over a year ago now, I've gone from 60 odd subscribers to 170 odd subscribers. So clearly what I'm doing is working. Clearly people do want to see what I'm doing. If enough people were interested with the whole live streaming thing, I see no reason why I couldn't live stream games and stuff from the desk, tutorials. I'm starting of thinking up... Wow, what is wrong with my English today? I'm starting of thinking up is not a correct sentence. I'm going to be starting a Game Master 101 series, where I'll be talking about running role-playing games, making assets for them, developing stories, plot lines. Because it's something that has been covered before, but it's still something that has quite a large barrier to entry. Not from an actual barrier to entry, but an imagined barrier to entry. It's actually a lot easier to run a game than you think. All you lack really is confidence, which can actually be said for most things in life. But there's a difference between confidence and just being hugely egotistical. Sure you can. Well, wait, can't you do that? Yes, okay, it was just too big, I guess. Oh, that's a lot of rejuvenation potions. Oops. Nope. I'll tell you one thing, I can't wait to get into Lord of Destruction patch, so I can solve all these mouse issues, the crazy behavior that I expect. Okay, looking for the way down. The Maggot Lair isn't a huge place from what I recall. I think the Maggot Lair is only 2 levels? So I'm glad I took that illumination ability. It's really annoying trying to find all of these things. That's a good point. That is a good point. I don't have any spare arrows. Excellent, the way down. In that case, let us go get some arrows. My mouth is really dry for some reason.
Good day.
That's absolutely fine until I started recording, and now that I started recording, my English is going, my mouth's getting dry. My knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on my sweater already, mom's spaghetti. You're welcome. Just a little bit of M&M for you. I want my repair ball back. Yeah, excuse me. Right, arrows. That should be enough to be going on with, anyway. 1 arrow. Anything interesting? 8 to 16. That is a direct upgrade. Nice. And the extra attack rating will be very helpful. Right, I think that's all we have there. Ooh, heavy belt. Oh, I'm already wearing one. Fire resistance. Fire resistance is good. Fire resistance is very good. Oh, yeah, deposit my gold. Here we go. Right, I'm gonna grab a drink because my mouth is crazy dry. Hopefully I remember to cut that part out, and you weren't just sitting there watching my character idle in Luke Lane. I'll stick by what I said originally. I'll finish exploring the map. After all, we're going to eventually get to Diablo, and I'm going to need all the experience I can get, because Diablo is hard as balls. But you'll see for yourself when we get there. Yeah, just a little side room. Now, I believe Maggot Lair is just 2 layers. There might be a third one. It has been a while, but my instinct tells me there's only 2. Surprise! Did not see me coming around that corner. Vi stakk til Jikaidas, sier Maggot Lair, in search of the Maggot Queen. It is incredibly dark in here. I cannot really see much of anything. Somehow there are urns down here, we do not know how. I'm not sure the maggots have much use for pottery. Oh yeah, there we go, there was a 3rd level after all. Which makes sense, because most levels have 3 levels in Diablo 2. Caves being the obvious exception. So far, so good. Wow, another gold item. What is this? There we go, now I did it. What is with all these sputums? Still can't believe we can't combine those potions into a rejuvenation potion. How? That's right, your lightning's not so good in this area, is it? Just keeps hitting
I
the
can't
old
carry
sides.
anymore.
What is this with all these huge magical items? Tridents, spetums. Why not? Just give me all the pole arms. Yeah, could you give me a bow or something? How about that? Is a bow too much to ask for? I might as well go down here and up. Which hopefully will just connect the loop. And there's a whole mess of areas. Speaking of mess, one of the games I did get a chance to play finally was Darkest Dungeon. I knew it was a good game because I'd seen some people playing it on Twitch, but it really is really good. It's just really very, very good. Very long. I'm only at week 12? Week 12, week 13, somewhere around there. But it's taken a while to get there. I haven't actually lost anyone so far, but then I am quite naturally cautious in those sorts of games. I have abandoned three missions, but then there's no timer, so the only thing you get from that is a bit of stress. I think I can handle a little bit of stress. Whoa, hello. These are the guys that I was more worried about. I thought the game was taking it easy on me. Ow. Having trouble with those corners, huh? So much for
I
being...
can't carry anymore.
Oh, and so I asked for a bow and now they give me one. So much for being fire enchanted, huh? Ow, ow. The hell? Is that attacking me through the wall? What? Well, maybe I was getting hit by the lightning, but it just wasn't actually showing the effect of getting hit by the lightning. Jesus. Well, that wasn't fun, whatever it was. I bet it's one of those weird Diablo 2 1.0 quirks. Nice spear. Okay, we're just about getting through our bloody potions now.
Not in town.
Good, good, good. Anything interesting? No, not really. Let's dump our gold. And let's get back in the action and step back into Christmas. Okay. Let's hope there aren't too many more of those guys hanging around. Oh, hey, it's a rockworm. Man, I'm really having trouble hitting these things, aren't I? Doom Bang, the unclean. Let's switch. Well, that's not very effective, is it? Well, I guess we're stuck here dealing with the stone skin, man. I mean, your poison damage is fun and all, but it's not very effective. I actually don't have any poison resistance, I'm surprised it's not very effective. It should be more effective than that. I suppose I am generating health at the same time. Oops, don't want those. Do not want. Gonna be a big chamber filled with evil dudes around us somewhere.
Not enough mana.
Maybe I should label this one an immersive Let's Play. That's a thing, right? Let's Plays where the person doesn't actually talk. It's just you and the game. A raw, immersive experience, unbroken by some British guy prattling on about nothing much, really. Woohoo! Hello. Hello, Governor. That's why I've had way more luck in this one run of Diablo than I do just normally playing the game. But you know, after all the times I railed on about how you don't get magical items that often. I wonder if they adjusted the drop rates of stuff in the later patches of Diablo 2. Yep, might as well pick that up.